Now let's move forward a little. Now let's talk about the application that we need so that we can learn what we are doing. People who are watching this video and they are using Linux or Mac OS, you guys don't need to install anything right now. We need a terminal. Okay. You can open something like this. Okay. This is a terminal. This thing is called a terminal in Linux or Mac OS. Okay. You can press, Linux users can press Control, Alt, and T, and this thing will open. And something similar is present in Windows. In Windows, we have a command prompt. But I don't want you people to use command prompt because the commands which are used in terminal are not the same commands that are used in command prompt. I want you guys to install a software called Git Bash, not Git GUI, okay, not anything else. I want Git Bash you guys to install for Windows. What will happen? Terminal and Git Bash will follow the same number of commands and the exact same commands. Whatever commands I'll teach you for terminal, that will work for Git Bash in Windows, okay? And other people who use Linux and Mac OS, they can be relaxed. They don't need to install anything else, okay? And our lecture is totally about terminals. So moving forward, we have an operating system. What is an operating system? There are many types of operating systems. Many people use something called Windows. I remember my first operating system was Windows XP. Then came Windows 7 or something in between. I don't know, Windows Vista or something. Okay, Windows Vista. Then there was Windows 8. Then came Windows 8.1. Then we had 10. Then this month it was Windows 11 was released. Okay. Other type of Windows are called Linux. There are many type of operating systems. I use two type of one of the Linux that I use is Ubuntu. The other one that I use is Linux Mint. There's also a very easy operating system to use. Then I use Kali. Okay. And then for Apple users, there is Mac OS. Okay. So these are the operating systems. The purpose of an operating system is to make understand the computer, whatever a human is doing. So operating system acts like an interface between the hardware, your hardware. Okay, I'm calling HW as hardware, and a human user. When I tell the computer to move the mouse like this, okay, this is the operating system's responsibility to move the cursor on the screen like this. Okay, when I draw a line like this is the operating system's responsibility to tell that this person clicked a button from this corner on the left side and then dragged the mouse till the right and left the button on the right corner. Okay, so this translation of physical action to the hardware in such a language so that the hardware can understand, that thing is done by an operating system. Okay, so we can say that operating system acts like an interface between human and machine. Okay, so whatever we can do in an operating system, okay, this whatever we are using right now, okay, this is a graphical user interface. This is a GUI. Okay, it is called a graphical user interface. And whatever we can do in GUI, we can also do it in terminal. And why learning terminal is actually a good thing, because when you'll become a software developer, when you'll start working, terminal will be the place where all your software development will happen. Okay, so I'll show you an example. Like if I go to, let's say I go over here in documents folder, I right click, I create a new folder. I give this folder a name, let's say new. Okay, enter. You can see this folder got made over here. Now if I delete this one, I'm pressing the delete key right now. Okay, I press delete key, this folder got deleted. I can do the same process. Over here, there is a command called mkdir. Okay, this stands for, mk stands for make, dir stands for directory. Directories are another name for folders. So I'm saying make a directory called new. Okay, guys, look in this area. You'll see as soon as I'll press enter on the command line, a new folder will be created in this side. If I press enter over here, as you can see, this folder got created. Okay. Now what happens whenever I do something in an operating system in the GUI, when I click on the space, if I right click, okay, then I click on new folder, then I give a name, okay, a folder is created. Whenever I do something like this, my operating system converts this into commands and then runs them. So it is a very easy thing. Okay. Now I'm saying don't do this at all. Do not use operating system's GUI. If you straight away start writing commands, then it will be faster. Okay. Rather than right clicking, then clicking on new folder and then writing the name. Okay. Rather than that, I can just write two words over here, mkdir and new. This will make a new folder called new. Okay. So this is what we are going to learn. Okay. There is a command to clear the screen. Clear. I'm just using right now. You can ignore it. Okay. And totally ignore it. I'll teach about that also. Okay. Now let's move forward. So whatever we do, you guys might have understood that if I do a right click on the GUI of my operating system, if I make a folder over there, it actually translates everything into terminal commands in the background. So rather than translating that, we can straight away write the terminal commands. Okay. And that is something that I'll teach you today. So before that, I would like to tell you guys what is a path. Path is somewhere. Path is actually a location or an address of a file or a folder. Let's say for a file right now. Okay. So if I go over here, what is the, I'll delete this folder again. Okay. Let's say I'm talking about this first.txt, this file. Okay. Well, now I'll say where this file is present. If I right click, if I click on properties, I can see this file is present in my home directory. Then inside it, I have this Jazib directory. Then inside that, I have this documents directory. Then inside this documents, I have this file first.txt. Okay. This is the path of this file. Similarly, in Windows, these type of paths actually start from what do you call it? C drive, D drive, wherever you want. Okay. Path in Windows. I don't have Windows right now. That's why I'm showing you on Google. Okay. So if you can see, let's see this one. Okay, this is adding path environment variable. I can give you an example like this one. This is also doing the same. As you can see, there is a path called C, then colon, then slash, then program files, then slash gs9, something like that. So what happens in Linux or Mac OS, path is something like this. It starts from this /. Okay. And there will be home. There will be whatever user account you made. Okay. I made Jazib over here. So this is my user account. Okay. Then I had the folder documents over here. Okay. Inside it, I had the file first.txt. So this was the path of this file in Linux. In Windows, it will be something like C and then colon, and then it will have, let's see what was there. Oh, it's a backward slash in Windows. Okay. So it will be like this. Then inside C, there will be like users. Then here you will have something like documents. Okay. Then you will have first.txt. Okay. This is a path in Windows, and this is how a path is shown in Linux. So something that we need to understand right now is this is the leftmost path. Okay. This is the beginning of our path, a single slash in Linux. Okay. And a single slash, this one is called a root in Linux. Okay. You might have heard something like rooting your cell phone, jailbreaking your iPhone, things like that. Okay. So if you want to actually do many weird things in your computer, if you want to change operating system files, you can actually go to the root and then change files over there. Okay. That's why This is the path where all your operating system code and everything is present. Okay, so this is called a root in Linux. Now this is a path. Okay, now let's talk about